All right. So here in this video, I'm going to talk about the container data persistency. So the entire video will be just for talked about the container data storage. So okay. So then this is my slide deck. So here, first of all, we need to understand the problem, right? So the problem is like this. You know, when you have a container, you can start it and you can function it. So when you're functioning it, the container itself can generate data, and those data should be able to store, let's say, inside the container, right? It is okay, it is normal. But what happened next? Container stopped or container removed itself. That's mean the data also will be go down or go destroy. No, that's mean no persistent, no you know, uh, keep this, safe environment of the data, right? That is the problem. So when it is comes to container, so we can have a separate isolated area to store those data persistently, reliably, right? Based on that, we have two methods, but in all the methods are based on same concepts, right? So before going to that, so I will some explain like this. Assuming this is the container that you create, right? So inside the container, you can have a storage like this, right? The problem is when container create and then after container destroy, the data also go destroy, right? But this container itself to run itself, it needs to contain environment. That's been our host machine, right? That's been our host machine, right? So inside the host machine, what we can do, we can actually create the specific storage path like this, right? Then we can map this path to the container, right? To the container. That's mean when creating a new container, we can map this particular permanent location, storage location to the container. That's new container. That's mean our data will not going to be destroyed even if container down or even if container removed, right? That's mean this exact or actual data storage path is in now in our local machine, or not local, I mean container host machine, right? So you can actually have like this. This is our container. This is our container. This is our host, container host, right? So how do we do that? When you create the Docker like this, Docker run name, then you can have an image name like this, but you can pass the parameter like this, v and the host location, volume host location, then colon this container location. Like we can deep dive in practical video about these concepts. This is the base concept, this is the base scenario that you have to refer, right? So then, right, so then what you can do that, right? This is the basically two ways to keep your data safe, but both of method are based on that particular concept that we have discussed, right? One thing is bind mount, other one is volume mount. Bind mount mean, so you can create your own particular location inside your host machine, then you can map it to the container. But when it comes to volume mount, you can you are not the person actually you are not the person who create the particular storage location or storage. Docker is the thing. It's going to be create the volume or storage inside your host machine. Based on that, there are two methods like bind and volume. Understood? let's say, okay, let's go to bind mount. Here the reason, when it comes to uh, bind mount, let's say this is your machine. Your machine means our local or container host machine. Like your machine means container, let's say like this host machine. Okay. So here container host machine, right? Container host machine, right? So container host machine. This is host. So inside the host machine, I have a path called home, user, my data. So here, this is the exact path that is I have created. So inside that path, you can have different images, not images, actually data, text files, text file, JPG, YAMLs, anything, right? When you map this particular location to the container, you can have seen your container also, you know, referring that location to update your data. That's when once you have add new data to the container, update a location, that same thing need to be happen to host. That's when you are not the person you are going to add manually, right? Automatically it's connect. Right? It's done by the Docker itself, right? This is the basic idea. You will have some clear idea when we are doing practical. So next thing is volume mount. The volume mount means you are no need to create the exact path. What's the path? That's mean you can have this home user my data. No, you're not the person who are going to do. Docker itself will be find a particular location and create the storage name called my volume, right? My volume, right? Then when container is going to mapping those volume, container itself read and write data to the my volume. It is the same idea, right? But same concepts. Host machine has this particular folder and location, but here the creator is this folder is different. Here is the case that when in volume mount, Docker is the thing that is going to be create this my volume, right? That's the basic idea, right? How we do that? First of all, you have to run the Docker volume, create my volume command. Then Docker, you can now check when you type Docker volume ls, you can have a different volume that you have created so far inside your Docker environment. So then when you create Docker volume remove, you can remove. So by the way, when you create the container, you can have a parameter called v, then you can map those Docker volume also like the before bind now, right? So likewise, you can have a very different the first thing idea is like this: you are the picker, but Docker the picker, right? That's kind of things you can have. Then special thing is where should use uh, the two things, right? The ideal thing is you have to have refer. You need to edit this file. If you need to edit the file inside the storage, definitely you can have bind mode. Otherwise, you can volume, because database and production systems are not going to be directly edited. When you come to productions, you can't edit production. You can, but it's not the ideal. Likewise, you have to pick, right? Okay, this is the video I'm going to talk about, and basically key idea, container lose data when they stop. And there are two methods, bind, mount, and volume. And based on these two methods, you can have a right idea to uh, right tool, about the right tool that you have to choose when you come to the workload deployment or workload. Right. So this is what the video that I want to cover in this session or concept. The next video is going to talk about Docker networking. If you have anything, we can discuss on the description as well. So I will share my slide deck in the description also. All right. Then have a nice day.